Okay, so this is Anyland. Basically, it started out with just a tiny little floating island that was pretty small, and then with nothing on it, and built everything that's here around me. So, not the prettiest trees, but I made a quick tree and then populated it sort of everywhere here, and then made a few modifications on some of them, so some of them are barren to just try to spice it up. But it's an ugly tree. A lot of people in Anyland have built beautiful trees. So I'm gonna probably this is my first day in Anyland that I built them. So I'm probably gonna make a nice tree to replace these trees sometime soon. Um, and So everything is made using the primitive objects that Anyland provides. So those are this selection here. So I can basically like create something from this group here, and then I can modify it. So I can shrink things down, make them, you know, modify the shape, make them oblong, make them huge if I want, or not, and then modify them, move them around. And then I can take multiple objects and combine them like that, and go, and I could make an object sort of like this if I wanted to by clicking done, and then I'd have an object. Actually, why not do it like this? Obviously, can change colors and all kinds of things, and save one of these as sort of a prototype in this palette here of things that I've created. Some of the things I've created. But I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to move around. I'm going to show you the workshop, which is theoretically where I'll make some things, play around and make some things, but I don't know. I prefer to be out in the open space. I get a little bit claustrophobic. So anyway, I created this space here. It's like a little workshop, not a lot in it yet. And I was messing around with scripting, and I created this unfriendly doorbell. So I'll show you. Basically created the animations and the sound, added the sounds. They have a great selection of sounds you can choose from. And it shoots a little glass crystal at you and shatters when it hits you, or when it hits anything. If I wasn't here, it would just keep going until it hit probably the tree. So anyway, not user-friendly, but fun to make. So all that you can do using those primitive shapes and some easy scripts that they have here. This is my portal to enter, and I could walk in like this, or I can teleport in, which is mostly I'll teleport because I don't have a large play space. These are some things I made, including my original head. This was what my head looked like, and I'll show you my current head in a moment. And yeah, you saw him blink. He blinks. It's the only animation he has. I made a little miniature version of him to keep around. And this bridge, I'll show you a larger version of that bridge in the cave that I made down below. This is a TV that works. And it streams YouTube videos, but you can do a search for YouTube video that you want to watch, and then you get a selection of those videos, and you choose the one and it plays. But you can make it any size. But I noticed that earlier when I was doing it, it was sort of causing some hiccups in the rest of the game, so I'm not going to do it. And then this is pretty much the room. Oh, this is a lamp that I created, so I scripted the lamp so that it comes on, turns off, casts light. It's pretty bright in here, so you don't see the effect too well, but get the idea. And this is another kind of cool little thing that I made, very simple thing. I built these rock formations, and at the top of that one, there's a little turret, and I'll show that to you. I'm climbing up there now. So basically, it's a real simple turret. I mean, it's ugly. I just built something real quick. But if I touch it, it shoots out a glass crystal that shatters in the distance. And I will beam over there and show you where it lands. And that's what happens. I was aiming for the house, but because the draw distance isn't very great, it was hard to see where the house was from up there, and it's kind of hard to do fine-tuning of the aiming up there without being able to see the house. But anyway, and then one other thing that I created was the cave, which is down here. Now I have my world set to private right now, so no one will disturb us, but it's possible that if I had it set to public, that some of the people who are online now would come and mess around here or say hello. I haven't done a lot of that, but anyway, one other thing I want to show you is what I look like. So if I click on me here, there's a mirror and an echo and my head. So it's animated with my voice, as you can see. And it blinks periodically. So I did all that scripting and building of the head. Anyway, that's me. So this is the cave, and I wanted to show you that first because I actually used that head on this next thing that I'm going to show you, which should be right around the corner. Yep, there he is, giant troll, I guess. Anyway, so I built this guy. First, I built the head for my head, and then I decided to use him, the head, as a starting point for a body, and I made him a little smaller and then enlarged him. So you can make something and then you can save it and you can pull it out and make it larger or smaller anytime. So I can make a little toy version or a giant version. This guy's bigger than the head version that I have, so his head's a little bigger than mine. And you can see there's materials here, so it's a little hard to see, but there's metallic glare on the sword and on his the rivets on his belt stuff. There's not a lot of texture options, but those are a couple. Another kind of cool thing that I did with scripting is pretty basic scripts that they have a menu. You just select from the menu, and there are a lot of them. You can combine them to create cool things. So I made these crystals that make it play a chime when you pick them up, and then if you throw them, they cast light and shatter. So anybody can do it, and it responds to physics. If I throw it fast, it goes fast and cast light. It's very cool. So and you can apply materials, and you can script it so it'll shatter on impact. So this is glass shattering, and that's the sound that I used, and then the sound effect that I used. So it plays that sound when it is destroyed. And anyway, it's pretty cool. You can spin it, and it casts light. So very cool. See, the lighting effects are kind of cool. They're fairly simple. You can only have so many light sources at one time. I have kind of a hidden blue light floating around over there that's making this stalactite and stalagmite look a little bluer. And then I built out this cave. So there's another troll who's a little smaller. So he's actually smaller than me, and more of the crystal guys. Yeah, so when he gets touched in the face, a script plays. And that's true for me too. If I touch myself, I growl. I just noticed his mouth is a little off. Oh well. Let's see. So the cave, the draw distance, like I said, isn't very good. So you can see through the wall if you're farther back. But this is the basic side. Oops, I touched my face again. And this is the cave that I built. Real simple. I made the simple scripting for the candles. It's not great, but I might revise it at some point, make a little more realistic flame. And then this is the bridge that I showed you before, and it's human size now. I built it small and then enlarged it just same way I enlarged those primitive objects. When they're in editing mode, you can do that with pretty much anything. So I can make it huge or small, tiny. And then, let's see, the water here has water properties. So when I go into it, there's a little splash and then the sound of water. And it also sunk me down like that. So I'm kind of underwater. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. So that's Anyland. It's pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed the tour, and hope you're in VR soon so that we can imagine what we can build together. Okay, I'm going to get out of here because I don't get claustrophobic in there. Actually, could just go home, and I'm here, my landing pad.